What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Captain Zeus, the host with the most, with the Black Party presenting another Nerds and Squares podcast episodes. I am joined here by a very relatable panda. Joining in this,
Here, here.
we're gonna probably do like a little movie review for,
Yeah.
for Werewolf by Night. I know, a little unexpected. I will say though, that movie was pretty good. It was really good. Oh, hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notifications button on YouTube. We're also going to be posting this
Yes.
on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. So check it out. Links all below. Yada yada yada. Anyways, we're gonna get right back into it. Yeah, dude, I was honestly excited with the movie when it was coming out. I
hmm
don't know why. It looked like it was an interesting concept. Like it had really a bunch of creative freedom. I mean, there's not much that's going to be constricting it, really. It was
Huh?
just going to be a short movie, which I was glad to hear. I didn't want that to be like a series at all. I'm so tired of series that are basically just
This
a
point,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, especially because like a lot of them are just like it's something you could have done
Pointless.
in like a movie or like 2 episodes, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's just them trying to keep the content going, I guess. I don't know.
it is.
But they're hurting themselves by doing that.
They are. Uh, I feel like they should have just released this on Halloween. To be honest, it would have been
It would have been a
perfect.
very good vibe,
It.
honestly.
I'm actually gonna watch this on Halloween if I'm being completely honest, because this movie was so good. I loved the homage it paid to the classic horror movies. It definitely pushed the TV-14 rating for sure.
100%.
But it wasn't
Yes.
trying to be like Sam Raimi and Doctor Strange. It's not like it's
Exactly.
trying to make it satanic, super, you know,
Out
demonic,
there.
all out there. Yeah, this isn't The Conjuring. All right, it's
Exactly.
it's a horror film, but it's like you could watch this
hmm
with kids and it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't,
Sometimes.
but it's better
At
doing
times.
that than
They're
taking
taking
them to
them
go
to
see.
see, like The Conjuring,
Yeah,
Deadpool, even.
yeah. I went to go see Deadpool in theaters, both of them. There was families in there with
Oh,
children and
no.
babies. Um, multiple, both movies. You
Oh,
guys are terrible
damn.
parents. Okay? If you
I feel
ever
bad
bring
for
your
those kids.
kids to see a rated R movie, you're terrible. Like
Just get
that's
a stamp.
I
Zeus facts.
it's facts with Zeus. Like I can't stand that. I mean, I also just
You've
can't
been
stand
shamed by Zeus.
you have been
Just
shamed by me.
stamp.
How dare you? Okay,
Right?
how dare you? Anyways, that's off
How do you
topic.
see? I was like, how do you see something like that and be like, Ryan Reynolds is in it? I think this
Yeah,
is good to take my kids to.
it's that Tim Miller guy. He's in a bunch of kid appropriate things, right? I saw that trailer where he was talking about the brown pants. Oh, kids are gonna love this. But no, speaking of like Deadpool, I think this TV-14 rating that
I
it
hate
gave
you
this
so.
series.
I hate you so much. That was
Dude,
gonna be my
it was the
segue
perfect
into it.
segue.
Damn you.
But like it's great because I feel like this is gonna be it's a perfect way to
To
like show that
transition.
yeah they're gonna do more mature things. We kind of saw it
Exactly.
with Doctor Strange and Moon Knight, and then we really saw it with this one, and it gives me more hope for Deadpool 3. Because even though they say
Exactly.
yeah they're gonna have all the creative freedom that they are gonna have like they did in the other Deadpool movies, it's also Disney,
The
so
mouse is still gonna.
the House of Mouse ain't a big fan of the R
Nope.
stuff, but this one definitely pushed it.
Pushed it.
There was mutilation, there was blood splatters. It was black and white, which I'm gonna get into that in a second. But
Well.
it,
uh,
sh- yeah, it was black and
Mm,
white for 99.9% of the movie,
uh,
um, and yeah. Also, I forgot to say spoilers. Spoiler warning.
look. We'll just put this part in the beginning, guys. If you haven't watched it yet,
No,
spoiler
it's not.
warning.
Screw it. They're already too far in. There'll
Like,
be
let's
some
just
kind of notification somewhere.
we'll just flash it.
Yeah, just.
um,
Anyways, but yeah, it does give me hope for the future of those type of films like Blade, like Wolverine or any of the X-Men movies. Like it does give me hope for that because
Fantastic Four.
Daredevil Like Daredevil, if we can get Netflix Daredevil, like that quality, that
Oh,
quality,
quality,
that
yes,
quality, like that would be great.
that would be
More
great. I
hallway
agree
fight
with you.
scenes, more prison Punisher scenes, like that'll be great.
Yes.
Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Okay, Disney, like, that'd be great. Uh, but I did like the noir version of the movie. For some reason, I feel like if it was completely in color, it would not have had the same vibe or effect, which makes sense due to the homage it was paying. I
Yeah.
loved it in black and white. I know people don't like watching black and white movies. I honestly don't mind them. It's fine. Like I watched Logan in noir. It was great. I mean, also,
Really?
yeah, I have the 4K Steelbook edition, and it came in color and black and white. And
Oh,
I watched it
I
both.
haven't seen it in noir yet.
It's good. It honestly it gives you a different vibe, but it's
I was
still
gonna
great.
say, like, that's what I'm happy that they did with this one. Because like you just said with Logan, like I haven't experienced that,
Yeah.
but you get an entirely different vibe from a movie being in color or in black and white.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just something about it because I feel like when it's in black and white, like Werewolf by Night is, you can focus more on what's actually happening. Whereas I feel like sometimes when you go color, like if this movie were to be all in color, it would take away from it because it's just a bunch of brightness just peering at you.
There was a lot of bright moments, that's for sure.
I will say a lot of what I liked about it being in black and white is the subtle hints of red that we did get.
Yes. Yes.
For instance, the Bloodstone itself, once Elsa's presence is made known, when she first gets there, what happens to the Bloodstone? It pops. It does a little, hey, I hear my owner's here.
Massa.
You know what I mean? Like the rightful heir is here now. So the subtle hints of red that I got from it were great. I loved it. I will be honest with you, I did not know what to expect coming into this.
And that's great.
Because of the fact, like I've been saying, they didn't drop too many freaking trailers.
We actually didn't
get
a trailer until like a month.
We got
out.
one.
Right, but
that was D23.
Yeah, that was like it wasn't even
exactly.
a month. It was a few weeks ago.
Exactly my point though. They did it right.
They did.
It was one trailer. It didn't show much about it. It showed some of the mutilation that was going on, but that's just to get your attention.
And honestly, all the other trailers basically showed the same thing, which is fine. Like you're saying, like to your point,
yeah,
we don't need multiple trailers telling you
exactly
the entire movie. Like,
I don't know if you peeped this either, but there was a lot of cinematography. I had to think about that word before I said it because I was gonna butcher that. I was gonna butcher it so bad. There was a lot of cinematography moments that were very well executed. For instance, the one where he's like in that fight scene, when he's fighting the not TVA security guards.
Yes, yeah.
And he slashes one of them, and the blood splatters on the camera. If you pay attention to like off right of it, there's a single like drop that's just falling at the same speed and level as the gate closing.
I did not notice that. Oh my gosh. That's
so if you go back and watch it, you can see the shadow of the gate closing and the blood trail closing at the exact same time.
Dude, that's so cool. I didn't even notice
And I'm just like, I love subtle details like that because it makes you look beyond what you're actually seeing. And if that was in color, like we said before, that wouldn't have had the same effect. Another thing that I liked about this is they actually... It could have, but you don't know. Another thing that I liked about this is what people thought was a visual glitch of it. If you look at the top right corner of your screen when you're watching it,
like the little
circle.
Yeah, dude.
You know what that...
No,
that is signifying what act they're in.
Oh my glob.
Yeah. because this is like a 3-act play kind of thing. So the first circle that you see is Act 1. The second one, Act 2. The third one, Act 3.
That is so freaking cool. I love that. I freaking love that.
And then I was I was doing some research on it after I watched it because I was kind of bored at work. I'm not gonna lie.
Work sucks. Don't do it, kids.
No. The director was saying that the scene where he's transforming into the werewolf, not CGI.
What?
They swapped actors, apparently. They were like in the process of swapping them, so they had to get the timing right.
Dude, that's amazing.
I don't know again how true that is. It's just what I
they must have had to did the same thing in the classic movies, you know, no CGI back
exactly.
Then. So they had
which is why that camera shot is strictly Elsa. And
sense.
not Jack.
Dude, honestly, that scene was super cool, and her acting was amazing.
Yes.
Like, I loved the casting for this movie. I wouldn't say it was spot on, just because I don't know too much about the characters in the comics to really say that. But it was great. Like, the acting these guys had were on point. Elsa was really good. She was growing on me, because at first I was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be annoying as frick. But I was like, oh, you kind of grew on me. I actually wasn't too bad, actually.
To be fair though, like, she had a right to be annoying as hell, because did you not hear how she was approached too?
I mean, yes, I cannot blame her attitude going into.
I was like, dang,
you and your full this biggest disappointment.
After 20 years, you decide to show your face. I'm surprised you're here after the non-training that you have.
Stepmom was like any Disney stepmom and was terrible.
Damn.
It was terrible. 10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend her.
No.
But dude, one thing I will also say about this movie is they did Hulk right. And I know I mentioned this to you earlier. Don't worry, I'll explain.
What do you mean by that? Listen, you gotta explain that to me.
I'm about to. Listen. So, one thing that MCU Hulk I've noticed is there's not really any... The last time we had the whole Hulk personality versus Banner personality was in The Incredible Hulk, really. Great movie, by the way. One of my favorite MCU movies, like top 5 for sure. And one thing that this movie did was it showed that the werewolf him, you know, it kind of reminded me of how Hulk was to Bruce. Like Jack and his Lycan, whatever version, was like Bruce and Hulk. Like that's literally what I imagined the whole time. And it's their relationship with it. He's like, no, that's not me. That's the other guy. You know, I'm not really myself when I'm him. You know, and I did like the whole I have to smell you to remember you when I'm in that form because it's not me. It's another guy. And it's like Hulk, dude. He transforms. He absolutely just wrecks shiz, bro. And then when he does remember the love interest, you know, he doesn't attack her, but he doesn't like go to her. He just continues his rampage just around her, you know? And it gave me vibes of The Incredible Hulk, or really like both, like Hulk or Incredible Hulk, like either of those movies. It just gave me like, this is what Hulk is. This is what Hulk could have and should have been in the MCU, really. I mean, I personally do not like what they've been doing with Hulk at all in the MCU. They've been making him such a bitch boy, but that's a different discussion for a different day. But that is one thing that Werewolf by Night did Hulk right without having Hulk there. And it could have just been Michael Giannocci. I believe that's his name. Completely terrible with pronunciations. But it could have just been his homage. You know, his composing was great. I mean, he's just a great composer.
Yes.
He's one of my favorites.
Love that.
One of my favorite modern day, besides, like, you know, Hans Zimmer and Ludwig. Last names. There we go. I'm so bad with it. Anyways, he's great. Love him. His direction or his directorial debut with this movie was great as well. But yeah, that is one thing is I liked about it was the whole little Hulk. It may not have been intentional, but the little Hulk thing, it was great.
I will say, I do see where you're coming from with that, and to kind of, I guess, support your point there.
Woo!
I know, right?
That's
the one time that I'm actually supporting your point.
And you were very skeptical at first. You're like, "What the frick is this guy talking about?"
I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It's like, "But let me explain." Don't
like,
worry, I got you.
Did you see a deleted scene that I did where Hulk was actually in this?
Yeah, dude. It's IGN. Their
right
garbage content. Anyways,
I will say though, when he finally has that oh crap moment of like, I'm gonna turn. I do like the fact that he was like, don't break eye contact. Like telling her what to do.
Yeah. That was
really
And then
cool. the subtleness and awkwardness of him just like sniffing her. Like
can't blame her reaction though. If some guy's like, I need to remember you and just starts sniffing your arm profusely and then starts inhaling her hair.
I was laughing, bro, at that scene because I was like, bro, you just met her.
Literally, like
y'all just met. You're already sniffing her. Like, yeah. What?
I mean, hey, talk about moving
in that
the relationship
scene, though,
fast,
right? Like in that scene, though, there were so many other subtleties that they purposely ignored. In the sense of, okay, he started sniffing her. As he's doing that, he wanted to kind of like relax, quote unquote, by sitting down. But he was kind of doing this little like hesitation. And then after sniffing, he's looking around at like the taxidermied heads that are on the wall to try to find a vantage point to where he can get away and hide.
I thought he was like, oh no, I thought it was like a cliche thing. It's like, oh, these are the past monsters they killed. It's like, yeah, you just noticed that in the beginning.
These are my friends.
Yeah, I was like, is this like one of those dumb moments that Disney does? No, when you say it like
no.
that, yeah, that's
there's because if you look at it too, like the last one that he looks at is the one with wings, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, like once they come in, he's on that one with wings. And nobody can really see it unless you're looking at his eyes.
Dude, I did not notice where he was to the last second, which is like, yeah, that's the whole point. But
that's the point of it.
He blended in with the darkness so well. And I liked the whole, when they were tasering him and there was the smoke coming around, and then that smoke became like the disguise he needed to get out of there.
Exactly.
It was just so great.
Boop.
Yeah.
They did it so well.
They did.
I can honestly say it too, like, as somebody who didn't really grow up watching horror movies, you still get that vibe and you can still appreciate the old school horror films that have come out based on watching this.
Dude, I hate horror movies. Especially the modern day ones, because it's just it's too much, man. But the classic ones, I don't even categorize as it, I just think of it as more of a thriller. But then again, like, the definitions in terms of ratings have changed. Like, PG-13 now was not PG-13 back in, like, 2000 or even 2008. It's two different versions. But, yeah.
Exactly.
I will agree with you. Like, not a big fan of the horror films at all. I mean, I'm a nerd. Like, why would I? And so, like, watching those, it definitely gave me those vibes, and I loved it. I don't know, I just love like classic, little homages like that. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
It does, exactly. Like,
people care
because it shows the appreciation that they have, and they're tapping into the fans as well that they're trying to reach by doing something like this. They did push the rating a lot in this one.
Yeah. Which is great.
Whereas from the mutilation to dude just getting an arrow to the neck.
Dude, that was intense. And then
There's also
she had to suffocate him.
cover his
Yes,
mouth.
she was suffocating
Yes,
him. And
yes.
I was like, oh my glob. And you just see the whole glurt glurt. And I was like, bro.
Glurt, glurt, glurt. Yeah, exactly.
But
like
you also had the cliche oblivious big guy. He's like, oh, got my axe. I wonder where everybody went.
let's also talk about essentially desecrating a grave to get the key.
Yes.
To get out of
I had to think about that for a second. It's like, yeah, my great grandfather.
And then also insulting the person's grave.
Yeah,
that
I mean, at the same time, she's not a big fan of her family, so
I get that. It's just I'm not saying anything bad about
but
it.
I loved it. She
it.
did verbally spit on their grave.
I loved it though because she's like, she always thought she'd come back from the dead. She always did believe that there was going to be a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. One thing too that I know this is big boy spoilers. So if you, I mean, you should have turned away at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. But
you saw the warning in the beginning. If you're still here now, you deserve to have this spoiled for you.
One thing I did love was Man-Thing. And I loved how they used his power visually. Like when he was killing the not TVA, the white looked so good. I don't know why. Yeah. I was just like captivated by it because I was like, dude, I could watch him just kill people all day and I'd be fine with it. Nothing's wrong with me, guys. I promise. It's just the visuals of it.
Don't lie to them. Don't lie to them.
The visuals of it was just so great, and I liked how they did with this character. It did give me like Swamp Thing vibes. Crazy, I know. Who would have thought? His ripoff gave me Swamp Thing vibes.
Right.
But I did like how they did it. The CGI in black and white looked better than it did in color. When it was in color, you were like, oh, yeah. It's slightly better than CW.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like he was there that long anyways.
And they're kind of treading that fine line right there too.
They were treading that very well.
I will say, on the topic of Man-Thing, I have seen some theories out there.
No.
I know.
No. That's dangerous.
I have seen theories that he may make an appearance in Captain America.
Oh. Why?
Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name.
Is it the leader?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the big bad in Captain America: New World Order. But
I knew it was the something. I was gonna say the thing. The
insert word here.
It's the yeah, that one. Because it just makes sense because essentially the leader was trying to do something with the super soldier serum.
No, this leader is the one from Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
But he wasn't working.
Oh, no. Sorry. I'm getting them confused now. Man-Thing is the one.
I was like, yeah, that wasn't the leader guy.
So, yeah. I'm still little.
So, I mean, I could see the connection if they were working on a super soldier serum using the Hulk's DNA that the leader collected.
That's where She-Hulk comes into play.
Still haven't seen it. I'll probably watch it after this finale.
Because it's been confirmed that the leader is the one trying to get her blood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was debunked. Well, not debunked. That was found out and
confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Wow. So the leader is making a little making his way downtown, it seems.
As far as New Rockstars goes, that's what was.
Well, then never mind.
I like I said, I need to catch up on it. I will
take what they
put something
say with
out
a grain
there.
Of salt, guys. Honestly,
I will confirm it on my Twitter.
Yeah, follow our social medias.
So that way we can get a solid answer on that.
Yeah. One thing too, I know we were gonna mention and we totally missed it was the intro. We should have said that in the beginning, which would have made sense.
We should have said that in our intro.
No. maybe. But yeah, the intro, I loved it.
Ah,
It was so cool. I was like, okay, classic MCU intro, and then all of a sudden, slash, and then it just changed, and I was like, yes, I love that. I just love change, but
so
change is good when done right. This is an
exactly.
example of it being done right, and it was
Hmm.
beautiful.
You know what else was changed in it though?
Shoot.
If you look at the R, the little corner of the R where Rocket and Bucky are,
Okay.
they're not there anymore. They weren't there for this one. It was Moon Knight.
Uh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty freaking sick. Since, and this goes into our other thing we were going to mention, Moon Knight's been
You're welcome.
hinting at this since episode 1 and 2. I think it was episode 1 was the QR code.
QR code.
You scanned it, and it was the cover for Moon Knight's first appearance, which was Werewolf by Night. And then the second one, that was
It was on
bus?
the top of a bus, and it's the same comic issue.
And there you go. That was
Yep.
great. Loved it. Loved everything about it. One thing
So,
I will say about like this movie is
mhm.
it gave me a little bit of hope for the MCU
Yeah,
because I'm sick and
100%.
tired of seeing the same thing over and over again, and or the same premise, yes, over and over again, and it's very cringy and annoying, especially when the quality of the show is garbage. And so
Yeah, definitely.
this gave me more hope for the MCU going forward. I hope we can see more things like this that are just either solo ventures that are either in the main timeline of the MCU or in an alternate universe. I honestly don't care. That was great. I loved
I
everything
mean,
about it.
this gives me hope for Daredevil and Deadpool and whatnot that they're coming out with. Like you said earlier, so maybe that's going to be their alternate universe type thing that they do. I also kind of lose hope in the sense of She-Hulk, but
She-Hulk's garbage. Who cares?
yeah. I lose hope because of that.
That's
But
fair.
this kind of regains some of it, but they need to continue in this direction.
If we get more of this,
It's going to be a whole new
it'll
era.
be finger licking good. I'm all for it, dude. I'm all for it.
I don't know how to follow that. I'm gonna be honest with
you. You honestly don't. I think that's really all we have, to be honest. We're being completely honest.
Yeah, Werewolf by Night good, She-Hulk bad.
She-Hulk bad, Werewolves by Night good, very good. Yeah, go ahead and watch that on
She-Hulk
Disney Plus.
garbage.
She-Hulk is garbage. Watch it
Yeah,
on Disney
very.
Plus. It's a great movie. Not She-Hulk. That's garbage.
Awesome.
Great movie. I'm gonna watch it on Halloween. That'll be.
I mean, considering the fact that I watched it twice in one day.
I've seen people that watched it 3 times since its premiere, like within the first 3 hours, obviously.
I mean, it's one of those things too. Like the runtime on it makes it so convenient.
It's 55 minutes. Well, technically, it's more like 50 minutes because 5 minutes of end credits. But dude, yeah, it's not a show, which makes it better because you don't have to wait for any more. It's not a super lengthy movie, so you don't have to worry about setting out, 2.5 hours out. It's
Of your day.
Yeah, it's 50 minutes. It's an easy end of the night. I need to relax and watch something real quick before I go to sleep.
Exactly.
And that's actually what I did. Once it came out, I went home, watched it, went to sleep, went to work the next day.
Exactly, and it's great.
Yep.
Exactly. Then Marvel, please do more stuff like this.
Please.
Continue to push the TV-14.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a phase of Marvel movies rated R.
We did talk about that in our previous podcast episode, where's the Goosebumps Marvel. Feel free to check that out. That one we do have some more in-depth thoughts about the future of Marvel Phase 4, 5, and 6.
Yep.
But yeah, that's going to be it for us here over at the Block Party, Nerds and Squares.
Nice.
A little bit of a little short venture here. It's more, it's just our movie review, our thoughts. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below if you're on YouTube or if you're on anywhere else. Let us know. Give us a like.
Let us know.
Share it around. Follow us on social media at Block Party Fun.
Hit that little bell.
Hit that bell. Ding ding. Ring a ling. That's gonna be it for us here. So I'm I'm Captain Zeus, the host of the most, followed by a very
I am
relatable panda.
Relatable Panda.
That's him.
I love y'all. Y'all are awesome.
He loves you with all his heart. He sells feet pics. Just kidding.
Hello, Panda. hey now.
Oh, that's side venture.
Yeah, side venture.
We will be coming out with a Star Wars podcast episode next week, so feel free to check that out. And don't forget to follow our YouTube channel. And we do have our D&D campaigns on there, as well as be coming out on Spotify elsewhere as well. So check that out. And that's it. We're out of here. We're out. Bye. See ya. Go home. Drink water.
Yes. Hydrate.
Hydrate before you dehydrate.